Hello everyone, welcome to SCI-EASE. In this video, I'll start with a new chapter of class 8th and the topic is what is combustion? What is combustion? We use different types of the fuels at our home, in industry, in automobiles. Can you name them? Yes, they're very easy. Cow dung cakes, wood, LPG, petrol, diesel, CNG nowadays. So there are so many fuels which we use at our homes, in industry and in automobiles. Now, these chemicals, these fuels, they burn with a flame. What is the difference between burning of a candle and the burning of coal or piece of charcoal? The burning of the candle, that will produce a flame, while when coal burns or charcoal burns, it will not produce a flame. So here we will study about the chemical process of burning and what type of the flame and how this flame that is formed, that we will study here. In class 7th, you have read about the burning of the magnesium ribbon. When we burn magnesium ribbon, it burns with white stream and dazzling flame that is produced, and as a result of it, ash, which is chemically known as magnesium oxide, that is formed. In the same way, you burn a piece of charcoal. You take a pair of tongs and hold the piece of the charcoal in it and burn it. What you will observe? It will not produce any flame, but it will burn. So some substances, they burn with the flame, but some substances, they do not burn with the flame. So, but they are burning. So what is this process known as? This process is known as combustion. So the proper definition for combustion is a chemical process in which the substance reacts with oxygen. Here magnesium is reacting with oxygen and results in the formation of magnesium oxide. Charcoal is burning in the presence of oxygen. So it is producing carbon dioxide, heat and light. So, a chemical process in which substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat, that is known as combustion. So, you must know the definition of combustion. Now, I want to tell you some substances which catches fire. आग लग जाती है उनको. You take stone. It does not catch any fire. Glass. It will not catch fire. Any scale or any substance made up of plastic. But there are some substances which catches fire. Like I have told you, coal, LPG, kerosene, diesel, petrol, CNG, they all catches fire. So, those substances which undergoes combustion means they are catching fire. This means they are undergoing which process? Combustion. So, those substances that undergoes combustion, they are said to be combustible substances. Okay? And these combustible substances, they are also known as fuel. And those substances which do not catch fire, like stone, glass, they do not catch fire. So they are known as incombustible substances or non-combustible substances. Non-combustible substances they are. They do not catch fire. So sometimes the question is there that certain substances they are given, you have to identify which one is combustible and which one is non-combustible substance. Okay? So I have told you that these combustible substances are also known as fuel. This fuel may be solid, like I have told you, coal, charcoal, cow dung cakes, they are all solids. They may be liquid also, or they may be gaseous. Alcohol, then kerosene, diesel, petrol, they are all liquid fuels. So they may be gaseous also. LPG, that is the liquefied petroleum gas. It is butane, but it's in the liquid form, but it is compressed and it changes into the gaseous form. Okay? So the fuel may be, it may be, hydrogen is also used as a fuel. Okay? So it may be solid, liquid or gas. Now, I told you that when we burn a piece of charcoal, it will burn and it will produce light and also heat. Heat is produced, but light is also produced. When we burn coal, then light is produced. When we burn some cracker, then also the light and heat and sometimes sound also in that case, that is produced. So sometimes light is given off during combustion. Heat is given, okay, light is given off, and that light, that may be either in the form of flame or as a glow. It will glow only, like coal, sometimes it glows. Now, we will perform one activity. That one thing I want to tell you here, that we eat food. Food is a fuel for our body. And in the presence of oxygen, there is breakdown of that food and the heat is also produced. Energy in the form of heat and ATP molecules, that is produced, which is used during various life activities. Okay, but heat is also produced. हमें थोड़ा पसीना आता है, खाना खाते हैं हम, गर्मी लगती है हमें. Okay, so this thing I want to tell you. Now I want to tell you one thing, that for burning oxygen, that is required. For that we will perform one activity. We will take one candle. Suppose I have taken one candle and place it on the table. Okay. Now invert a chimney over it and place this chimney over the wooden piece, wooden blocks you can say, so that air can enter from below also. Air can enter from below also. Okay. It should be like a rough diagram I am drawing here. Okay. And in the second case, the chimney, this candle is there on the table, but chimney that will be just directly on the table. And in the third case, we will cover the chimney with the plate. This is a table. Directly chimney is placed. Candle is there. This is a wick of the candle. And we will place a plate over it. We will cover this chimney. So what you will observe? In the first case, where the air that is coming from below also, the candle, when we place chimney, the candle will burn as it is. But when we place the chimney directly on the table, there will be flickering of the flame of the candle and then the smoke that will be produced. But in the third case, where the chimney is covered with a plate, what will happen? The candle that will be put on, it will not burn. So from this experiment, what we conclude? We have concluded that oxygen is necessary for burning. For the substance to burn, oxygen that is required. One thing I want to tell you, whenever anybody catches fire, what we do? We put a blanket over that person. Why? So that the oxygen that is cut off, supply of the oxygen is present in the air, that is cut off, and fire that will also stop, and the person that will not be harmed much. Okay? So I have told you that what is combustion, what are combustible and non-combustible substances, and the next thing I have told you that light and heat, they are produced during combustion, and this point that oxygen that is necessary for burning. Now again I want to tell you one new term. Before that I will explain you, लोहड़ी मनाते हैं ना हम, लोहड़ी. तो what we do, बड़ी बड़ी लकड़ियाँ रखते हैं, ठीक है. Then we use some paper or ghee or kerosene oil, or when we do this havan at our homes, what we do? We put either camphor, then some ghee, cotton, etc., so that the wood catches fire. Why we do this? Why we put this kerosene or ghee? Because they catches fire. Paper also catches fire easily than wood. Why? Because the ignition temperature, here is the term, because the ignition temperature of kerosene or paper, that is less than that of wood. So this is the new term, ignition temperature, the lowest temperature at which the substance catches fire. जब किसी substance को आग लगती है, so what is that temperature known as? Ignition temperature. Okay. For this we will perform one activity. We will make these 2 cups of paper. Okay. We will take 2 cups of paper. 1 cup is empty and another cup that is having water in it. So when we burn it, what you will do, what you will see, that the cup which is empty, that will catch fire, but the cup which is having water, it will not catch fire. You can boil water without burning a cup. Why? Because the heat supplied, that will be transferred to water by the process of conduction. Okay, by the process of conduction, the heat that is supplied, the water that will become hot, and the paper that will not burn because its ignition temperature is not reached. So for the substance to burn, its ignition temperature must be reached. Okay? Some substances, they catches fire very easily. You know, alcohol, petrol, kerosene, diesel, they catches fire very easily. These substances which catches fire easily, they are known as inflammable substances. They are known as inflammable substances. So like kerosene, diesel, these fuels, they petrol, they catches fire very easily. देखते हैं ना मूवीज में, कार उल्ट गई और एकदम से आग लग जाती है. Okay, this is the reason, because the ignition temperature of petrol that is very low. So I think this is all about combustion. I've told you all the terms. You must memorize these terms. What is combustion, what are combustible and non-combustible substances, that you should know with examples. Okay, then about the ignition temperature, and this point also you must remember that oxygen, that is necessary for burning. Okay, and the last point, last definition, that is inflammable substances, the substances which have low ignition temperature and catches fire easily, they are known as inflammable substances. So with this, our topic, what is combustion, that is finished. I'll come with the next topic in the next video. Till then, thank you very much.